Hi everyone, welcome back. Today is the 27th of May 2023 and this is episode number
I think it's
15 of the Scrappy Sunday Chats. I'm Leanie and this is...
Hi everyone, I'm Mariette, also known as the Boervrou. And yeah, Scrappy Sunday Chats again. Once a month, every month. I've been laughing when I was talking in the podcast. I thought I must remember to actually just tell people. If you just happen to get onto this episode and you don't know what the Scrappy Sunday Chats are, so every month, Leanie and I do this video episode talking about all of our Scrappy projects. And the idea is to dedicate your Sunday, that's why it's called Scrappy Sunday, so that you actually work on your Scrappy projects. Because if I don't do it on a Sunday, I never do it.
Yeah.
Because there's always something else that I'm chasing to do. So if you don't know what it is, I hope that clears that up. And I hope that you enjoy this episode with a little bit of Scrappy projects.
Yeah, no, also on my side, I didn't do too much, but we will still share the progress we do have. And I think we can say that no matter what, we record and we are here. You are feeling a little bit under the weather today.
Yes, especially being sick. But at least I'm feeling a little bit better. I've actually been in bed for 3 days. Sure. 2 days I didn't even change out of my pajamas. So I've been sick. Now you must know, if I don't change out of my pajamas, something is seriously wrong. Yeah. But anyway, so at least we can talk a little bit. I don't bark too much.
Yeah. And there's such a thing as a mute button if you do start coughing. Yeah.
Yes, but anyway, so.
But I'm glad you're better. And then, yeah.
Good.
Okay. Some technical difficulties. We are back. What are you wearing?
Alright. I wanted to wear my new ranunculus, but it took me 3 days to do 10 rounds of ribbing. And I still need to bind it off and block it, so yeah. I just decided to wear my old ranunculus, the short sleeve version. And made with 100% Moya double knit cotton in amethyst. And my beekeeper that I knit last year. From Mystery Yarn with, what is it? Angora in it. That's all I know. There's a little bit of Angora in it. Angora rabbit.
Yeah.
But that's it. What the rest is, I don't know. With handmade wooden buttons.
I love this.
I suspect this is going to be the last handmade buttons because it was a big job.
Yeah.
But anyway.
I still love this cardigan. Oh, it's amazing. Anyway. Yeah. I am also wearing my ranunculus. This is my new one that I made as part of our current knit along. And it's made with DK weight Cowgirl Blues. They're 100% merino. And it's a colorway Adele. And then, yeah, it has not been blocked yet. I finished it, what, a week and a half ago. And I've been wearing it so much I don't want to block it and lose it for 2 days. So, yeah.
That's gorgeous.
Love it.
I actually like the 3/4 sleeves as well.
Yeah. Now I want to get as much wear as possible out of it before we are into deep winter in South Africa. Then I won't be able to wear it anymore.
Yeah.
Unless I do a long sleeve, but yeah. We'll see.
Just out of curiosity, what bind off did you use for this?
I did Jenny surprisingly stretchy bind off, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I also this time just did all of the bind offs that I did so far is Jenny's surprisingly stretchy bind off.
Yeah.
I didn't go for the Laurie's twisty bind off again.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna do but I almost had a big mishap on my one sleeve. I knit the sleeve like 3 sleeves for this make along that we are doing currently. And then I started the first sleeve and I didn't like the size. I needed a little bit more stitches. But now I've already finished the sleeve and I changed to 4mm needles for the cuff.
Yeah.
And I forgot that I changed. And I came back and I put the needle in and I ripped back. And I knit like 10 rounds and I'm like, what's wrong with this fabric?
Yeah.
And then I was sitting and looking at it and then I remembered, you already finished the sleeve.
You're still
There's
on 4.
needles.
Aye.
And I had to rip back that as well. So after that, I was looking very carefully before I started anything
Yeah,
on
no, I
that
can
thing.
imagine.
Which what happens so quickly, you forget that you changed
Yeah,
needles
no.
and then, yeah. Anyway, so I'm
Getting-
very excited about it, so we shall see.
Yeah, I love that ranunculus of yours. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah. Ugh, with this being sick, I didn't do too much as well on the rest of the projects as well as the Scrappy projects. So anyway, but there is a little bit of progress, and just before I fell sick I started a new project, so I'll be showing that a little bit later.
You want to share it later?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think we can wait a little bit.
I don't even know what it is, guys.
You
So
haven't
I'm
seen it.
also waiting in in anticipation for what it is.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
We've
So
been running.
currently, what you working on there?
I'm currently knitting on a little Battenberg block
Okay.
because also for the make along that we are hosting for the next 2 years, I am knitting my version of the Battenberg blanket. So I made a little knit block pattern free download on Ravelry of how I make the blocks, and it's quite simple actually. So it's just like you will start a hat basically and making a little square. Now I have this terrible,
I just
Can
need
we
to
see
get out to make sure
Oh.
it focuses.
I think it's fine.
Okay.
So I'm leaving these long tails because I'm crocheting it together on the blanket. So I've been working on a few little blocks. I haven't filled in my stripe yet, but I've got a few little blocks. I'm still on the grey main colour, so there we go. Just 2, 4, 6, 7 blocks. Shall I show the blanket? While I'm talking about it, let me just show it.
Let's see.
So yeah, I haven't done much actually on the blanket itself. I think I was here, but there was no block here. So I've just added those few little blocks on the blanket. And then
It looks cool from the back side as well. The indentations.
yeah,
Actually
sure.
looks cool.
Okay, let's show the people because most of my ends I think is working. Ach, don't worry, I'll just pull it up.
Yeah. Look at these cool indentations on the back of the blanket.
With the little ridges of the single crochets. Looks quite nice.
This could very easily be
Reversible.
a reversible blanket.
Yeah. I
Cool.
think you're right because yeah, it does look cool.
It's the first time I've seen it in a while in person actually. It's really coming along now.
Yes.
Wow, nice. It's
Okay.
show the
So
front
yeah.
side.
I haven't thought on the border yet, but it's gonna be rectangular, so but I definitely want to do a border. But I think I'm gonna crochet something. So
Okay, and then it's already quite a nice size.
yeah, it's the
Remind me, how big is it going to be?
I don't know the exact measurements, but this is the width, the finished
Yes.
width, and it needs to be. I'm making it for my husband, and he's a little bit longer than me.
Okay.
So it's going to be more or less like the ripple blanket that I made, so that it can be tucked around your feet and just be tucked underneath your chin like this. So it must be just long enough so that you can take a nap under it.
Good.
So yeah, but I don't know, I don't have any of them now attached anymore. So what I used to do is I take, if I have too many blocks and I start joining, I would join just the bottom part and I'll put a little stitch marker and leave the rest of the tail. So then I'll have these almost like they do the proper Battenberg blanket, but then I leave the tails, and if I fill in a block, I just crochet them up and finish it up. So that's why I have these lots of markers here,
Yeah.
because I just attach them as I go. But I like the attaching as you go and finish because it gives you that feeling of it's growing.
Yes.
And you don't sit with this stack of blocks at the end of the day. But I love it. I think it's very nice.
Stunning.
Anyway.
Stunning. And it's a lot of manly colors as well. He's gonna love it.
Yeah, I tried. I threw all the pinks and purples out and kept these. And as you can feel, some of them is quite thicker and bigger than the others. But then I'll put a little thinner one next to it just to even it out a bit. Because the idea is using just scraps, not buying anything for this blanket.
Yeah.
So,
great stuff.
Some of them, the thick ones don't work so nicely. It's not that nice to knit them up, but I just do it because I want to use the yarn and get it out of my stash. Yeah. So I'll make one that's a little bit iffy, and then I'll make 2 or 3 that's nice and one that's not so nice, and just use it up.
Yeah. And it doesn't have as much drape. It's a little bit of more stiff material as well.
Yeah. And I wanted it a little bit more dense. That's why I'm using a 3.5mm needle instead of a 4 that you would use with a double knit. Because he gets more cold than me, so I need a little bit of a denser blanket.
Okay.
Yes. I think that's everything that I could have said about this Battenberg. Yeah. I mean, look at this yarn. It's like a chain.
Yeah, it's
chain type of thing. I have no clue what it is.
But it came from
my stash. What did someone call it? Vintage stash.
Yeah.
That's what
I want to go even closer so that we can make sure people can see this chain effect.
Yeah.
Not sure what it is. Interesting.
I think I saw this once at New Cayo as well. Not this specific, but something that is like this chain knit. I think they call it cotton net or something. I think it's an L product. I'm not sure. But I've seen it before, but I don't know. Yeah, spinners talk about so many different this and that spun and so yeah, I'm not sure if this is a specific thing and that it's got a specific use for specific projects, but it's in the vintage stash and it goes into the blankets.
Yeah, it looks like a very intricate chain that was created.
Yeah.
So
it makes me think of I have no idea what you'll call this in English, but tolletjie brei? Miniature.
Yeah, some sort of a...
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know what you call it.
Yeah.
It's a little wooden thing with...
Maybe somebody out there knows and can educate us.
What it is in English.
What is this?
Yeah. But as I said, it looks like... Yeah. Anyway, never mind. Let's continue because your Battenberg is looking amazing.
Yay! I'm so happy about it. So, let me first show this.
Box of prettiness. Oh my goodness.
Love it. I just want to maybe take this.
You can be so glad that I'm not crocheting because some of these blocks would have been missing before you're going out.
Yeah.
That's gorgeous.
My Battenberg, I am crocheting it. So I'm using the instructions as per Sandra Paul's pattern, which by the way is a free pattern. Now I've got a frog in my throat. Sorry. Anyway, and I'm also doing the white as the main color.
Oh yes, as per the pattern, yes.
Yes, yes. Okay. So I wanted to just start to see my blanket grow.
Gorgeous.
I love it. And all these ones with the stitch markers in them are the ones I've added
since the last one.
Since the last episode, yes.
Wow.
As well as a few blocks, but don't ask me how many blocks I made this month. I didn't keep track. I just did whatever I wanted to.
But that's what you should.
Yeah.
Do what makes you happy.
Yeah. Okay, so
let me hold it up here. Goodness. So this is this now the...
This is the width
that it's going to be, yes. Okay.
It's going to be a monster blanket.
It's going to be gorgeous.
Yeah. It's going to be big.
Oh my goodness. It is gorgeous. These
I love it.
colors, just amazing.
Yeah. So my next concern is the fact that I'm running out of scraps. Sock yarn scraps. Because this is what I'm using for this blanket. It's all 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. And yeah, I am running out. I can quickly show that I don't know how am I going to do this.
If it pops, we'll just pick it up downstairs.
Yeah.
But that's just a little bit of
That
scraps
is not
left.
a whole lot that I've got left in here.
So
I
you need to knit socks.
Big time.
But luckily you do need socks. So it's not as if,
Yes.
but now you just want to work on this.
Yeah. And I want to start a new shawl and. But let me not complain. This is not something about to complain about.
But
Yeah.
it's gorgeous. I'm loving the colors.
Yeah.
It's so colorful. I tried to pick a favorite, but it's impossible.
No.
There is no favorites. They're all beautiful.
Yeah. So I'm so much looking forward to.
I've been sounding in my head like this Instagram reels where they say, "Oh, this is my favorite," and then they're shipping it. They're like, "No, this one." I'm like this with this blanket. I cannot. There's just no way.
And it's nice and cozy. So if I can just get it a little bit bigger, that's why I also started growing on it. Number one, I'm starting to run out of the scraps. Number two, if it grows, I can already start utilizing it a little bit.
Yeah, sit under it and it's beautiful.
Yeah. Thank you.
It's gorgeous. I'm really
Should I be
impressed.
saying anything else? I don't think so.
No, maybe just what hook size are you using?
A 3mm clover. Yeah.
Okay, so you're doing 3 more. Yeah, because I now obviously don't know what the pattern suggests because I'm doing my own thing.
I
as
think
usual.
it's a 3mm, yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
That's
it's
what she
beautiful.
suggests.
Really, really pretty.
Yeah, that's my pattern book. And then you're going to share a video with some of our
Yeah,
participants.
yes. We'll put the slideshow in here so that you guys can have a look.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. What's next on the agenda? Yeah, it's just the other.
Your other scrappies. I'm not going to share any other scrappy projects because nothing has been happening.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me.
It's all yours.
Let me properly share the Brioche Memories blanket because last time I got so carried away, I actually forgot to properly show it. Anyway, I didn't do too much.
Oh,
I think
my
I added
goodness.
3 blocks since the last time. And don't worry about the ends. Most of them is actually worked in, but they need to be snipped off. And the ones that I just added, I didn't work in any ends because I need to work them into the next little bits. It's very wonky because
but
it
will
is
be
brioche.
pulled.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
you-
because of the I cords, and yeah, it will be squared off with an I cord edge on the sides that doesn't have an I cord. But just feel the
No, I
squish
don't
factor.
want to. I don't want to. Oh, it's
No.
amazing. I love it.
I have been battling a little bit with my tension on the, you can see this one, on the I cords, because I knitted my I cords a little bit tight, but never mind. I think it'll be fine. And then I tried to add, this is also only 75% wool, 25% nylon or polyamide blends. I'm not really making a rule that I'm just using things that I made socks with, but I'm just sticking to the yarn.
Okay.
So I've been thinking I might do a block of my first yarn that I dyed for the stone crop.
Yes.
Even if I didn't use it in the stone crop, just the 2 or 3 colors that I dyed for samples,
Yes.
and then the stone crop. But I've been trying to, if I use things in one project, to combine them in a block. Like for instance, this one, this specific one, I made a pair of socks for my husband, and I added the grey and the maroon stripes to the top of his sock, and I used the grey for contrast heel. So I striped it in here so that it looks intentional.
Yeah.
Because that's the project. And like this one, this specific one, was a sock set from Naughty Habit, and that's the mini, and that is the... So I tried to combine them, and this is the sock set that I got from you.
Yeah.
So that is the mini, the I-cord's the mini.
Yes.
And then that is the actual sock.
Okay, so you are really playing around here.
Yeah.
And making memories.
Definitely. So everything is just,
Yeah.
something that I remember. And like this is the yarn that I used for my brother-in-law's pair of socks. So yeah, I'm just playing around. As I told you this morning, I might do more of the same colorway, because this one does have like blues and greens in it as well, but I didn't get to blues and greens, and then the block was finished. So a little bit further I'll add more colors. And so yeah, I'm not really doing any strict rules, I'm just enjoying myself. It's a very nice pattern, but I cannot do it without looking at the pattern, because it's a lot like the corner to corner, like the gingham square blanket things. Because you know, in the bottom you have different instructions on what side you pick up or build your bricks, you know, or you pick on 2 blocks. So this is a lot the same. I think there's 6 different block instructions, because you need to start at different places, and I think 2 or 3 of the blocks is just the last blocks, so that you can finish off your block with your I-cord, whereas here you just pick up for I-cord. So some of them you would make a bit of I-cord and then join, and others you will pick up and make a bit of I-cord, and others you will I-cord. So it's not a mindless thing, but I think somewhere I will remember. The main block is more or less the same. It's just where you start and how you start your I-cord.
And the rows.
Yeah, that differs. But I'm loving it anyway. It's gorgeous. I love the squish factor of it. And I've started to really love these little dents. I was thinking in the beginning of sewing them up on the front side. Those dents. But I learned to love them.
We'll play puppets with them or something.
Yeah, so no, I'm really in love
that's
with
an
it.
amazing project.
I'm really enjoying it.
Love
And
it.
I'm so glad I bought this 3.5mm fixed Jaigu needle for my Scrappy projects. Because if I finish a block, then I can add a block in here. So I just play around with it. So this is just the Scrappy blanket thing, because the 3.5 interchangeables, obviously, most of the time. But yes, so that is all. I've just grabbed some more scraps that's going into this blanket for now.
So it's mostly opal and regular yarns that you're using?
At the moment, yeah.
Oh, we are twinsies.
Oh yes, this one.
Yes.
Very nice. Yeah.
Did the people actually see now?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Let me.
Yours is just much neater than mine. Your cake.
There we go. Oh, great stuff.
Cool.
So yeah. And I'm trying to not be planning it out a lot, like Juanita said. Don't be so serious about it. Just grab one and go.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm really enjoying it a lot.
That's a beautiful project.
Thank you. I'm really enjoying it. I've always looked at the memories blankets and I love it. And I look at everybody's and then I think it's just not right. There's just something missing for me. It's so gorgeous, and when I saw this, I was like,
there you go.
That's it. You know me.
Yeah.
I always have to be different.
Yeah.
Don't know why, but I love it. And yeah, Adela actually said that she also has this pattern.
Okay.
She didn't mention anything else, but she's got this pattern.
She has
so,
it. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm loving
Yeah, but she's good at prayers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's not skinner. What is skinner in English?
Talk about other people.
Gossip.
But luckily, you know, if you talk facts, it's not gossip.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Anyway, I think I think that
You
is...
need to seriously now show me this new project.
Oh yes, we've got a new project. It's not on my list, you see. Okay.
You see?
Sorry people. I have been seeing stripes on Instagram. Everything is striped and I don't know, I just want to make stripes. So I thought, you've got so many projects, don't go overboard. And then the other day, when it was really cold outside, we went for a walk and I took Fluffy's little jacket that I knitted a long time ago, and we won't say it too hard, but it's a little bit tight fitting. And of course I didn't know anything about gauge swatching and a right amount of stitches, so the whole thing is twisted.
No, it's not
stitches.
it's not your fault. Sorry, I need to interrupt. She can hear us. Fluffy is Mariette's dog. She's lying around here. And I don't think it was you that knitted it too small.
No, but I did knit it a little bit too short.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, anyway, it's not as if she can't wear it. But I envisioned anyway, when I made this jacket, that I wanted like a rolled polo neck.
Yeah.
And obviously I didn't know anything what I was doing. So the roll neck is not long enough. It doesn't roll. So I decided, okay, scraps, here we go. So I went into my 4-ply acrylic yarns and I grabbed just some yarns and I started a little jacket. But the jacket that I actually made it before is a seamed garment, and I'm not doing that.
No.
I'm doing
You
in the
know
round.
better now.
And I grabbed
Oh,
like
my goodness.
lots of colorful colors, and I'm just holding them double, most of them. So I've got lots of ends hanging out everywhere, and this last orange that I did was a little bit thinner, so I had to hold it triple. But yes, that is basically the neck so far. It's gonna be rolled like that.
Okay.
And it has to be long enough so that there can be 3 colors on the outside, 3 stripes. I think I did 6 rows, 2 or 4, 6 row stripes. And I didn't do that knit 1 row thing to don't have the pull bumpies.
Okay.
I like that. I love it. I think it looks like quilting stitches to me.
Yes.
And I knew I'm going to be rolling it around. So which side is now back? I just,
Yeah.
whatever.
Sorry.
I'm using 5mm needles. Yes, 5mm needles, so it's nice and chunky. And as I said, I'm holding it double. I actually, for the first time ever since designing the yarn cake cozies, didn't use cozies.
Yeah.
Because I'm pulling from the inside and the outside.
Oh, yes.
It's the first time I'm doing that as well. I thought
Okay.
it will get lots of tangles, but it actually doesn't. It's quite amazing. Anyway, so I weighed everything and I want to see how much yarn I use for a stripe. But I'm going to continue with this, but I'm going to stop the ribbing of the neck.
I was going to ask, are you planning to rip the entire garment or?
No, I'm going to just do the rib neck. I might rip little, I don't know, like
Legs?
sleeves or leg
Legs, yeah.
parts, just for the front legs. And it's just going to come to a tail. I will maybe cast off a little bit to,
Taper it.
yes, instead of
back.
using short rows, because I am knitting stripes.
Yeah.
I don't want to mess the stripe thicknesses around, so I'd rather bind off a few stitches and just shape it a little bit over the bum.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm enjoying it, and I'm going to do stocking stitch for the body.
Okay.
I'm not sure if I'm just going to keep to these colors. I might add some more. But I'm loving this project.
It's a lot of fun.
Oh my
The colours,
goodness,
huh?
I enjoyed it so much.
Sure. And you're just doing whatever you feel like doing and no pattern or anything.
I'm not being so serious about it.
Good.
I just started. I couldn't not start it.
No.
But I must tell you, this was so funny. Always when I knit something for my husband, I'm every now and again like, just fit this like a hat or whatever.
Yeah.
Fit it, and then he has to fit the thing. And when I was about 2 stripes of this, I said to Fluffy, come on now, you have to fit it. And I pulled in the needles. Her eyes were this big.
What's
And she was
happening?
looking at Anton. She's like, help, it's my turn. What now? And it's just needles and cords and...
Sure. Yeah.
But anyway, because I keep fitting it because obviously I'm not
it needs
using a
fit.
pattern.
Yeah.
And I didn't do a gauge swatch. I just, how many stitches and started the thing. So
Okay.
yes. So yeah, that's the new project. Now you've seen it. I've talked about I want to do this
Yeah.
dog sweater.
That's very cool.
Now, because she is so cold. She's always cold. Even in summer, she sleeps underneath 3 blankets.
Yeah.
So like in winter, I have to add 2 to 3 more blankets. And she's a burrower.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
burrowers, so she always goes into everything.
Oh, goodness.
And yeah, she's always cold.
And she doesn't mind having jackets on.
Oh no, she loves it.
That Zorro dog of mine,
Hates it.
he's depressed when I put a jacket on him. He's so cold, but the moment I put his jacket on, he's depressed. He can't walk. He doesn't even want to chase the other dogs anymore. It's just...
How can you give him a warm jacket?
Yeah,
What is
no.
wrong with you?
Honestly. So I don't know. It needs to be really cold before I put it on.
Oh, shame. They have their own personalities.
Yeah. Anyway.
I think she doesn't mind it because she actually, I think she grew up cold. And my mom used to put her into like little jackets all the time. So she was used to it, I think. Yeah, sometimes in winter when she's really cold, when we get back from the walk, I always take the jackets off because she goes into all of the blankets.
Yeah.
And they rub and stick to each other. Then she can't get properly into the bed or properly out of the bed.
Okay.
But then she's upset with me if I try to take it off. She's like keeping it like this. Don't take it off.
Shame.
So no, she doesn't have any problem with jackets. She loves it.
Okay. Now she's gonna then be happy about this one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. One day she'll maybe get a proper jacket.
Okay.
Like natural yarn type of proper jacket.
Yeah. She'll be very lucky dog. And then is that all your projects?
Well, that's all that got some love. So I think we'll stick to that.
Okay. And I believe you got for us some pattern suggestions, which you'll also overlay
Yes.
to share.
Yes, I'll put the pictures up for us.
Let me hold the book. You haven't had the time to knit yet.
No, it's fine. Okay.
You can be the first one.
Okay. So, our first pattern suggestion is the Scrappy Happy Summer Tank. It actually makes me think of the tip top tank that I made.
Yeah.
Because it's solid at the top and stripy at the bottom. But this is now small stripes. The pattern is a paid for pattern on Ravelry. And I will add them all to the pattern bundle as always. And it's made with fingering weight yarn. So you can use your sock yarns in there. It ranges from sizes 34 to 44. The pattern, obviously.
Yeah.
And yeah, I really like the solid piece at the top and the stripes at the bottom. I don't know why, it just looks nice to me. But obviously you can stripe the whole thing from top to bottom.
Yep.
And I know that it's now winter here, but maybe people watching from overseas that's going into summer could enjoy this. Or you can just save it in your favorites for next summer.
Whenever, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So I thought that was a very,
It is
very nice
really
one.
pretty, that one.
I really enjoy looking at that.
Yeah. And then our second pattern suggestion is right on time for us in this southern hemisphere. It's the Scrappy Stripy sock yarn hat, scarf and mittens. You can buy the patterns individually if you only want to make the hat or only want to make the mittens, but there is a little bit of a discounted price if you buy the bundle. Yeah. Written for sock yarns by Hope Wickman.
But that is very nice. I love the broad stripes as well. So like I did for this jacket, I like the the small stripes as its own appeal, but I like those broader stripes. And I mean, being stripy, you can stripe as broad as you like or as thin as you like.
Yes.
And it's cool that it matches. I love that.
Yeah.
It's very, very cute. Very,
No,
very cute.
I think that's excellent idea. And you can get it to match. Or
Yes.
you can go crazy and make everything different colors.
Whatever you prefer.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Then we have the last one. It's a crochet pattern. It's also a paid for pattern on Ravelry. It's called the Scrappy Granny Tee. And obviously I didn't write down who the designer is because it's going to be on the screen
You
anyway.
can continue talking, then I'll look for it.
Don't worry, it's going to be on the screenshot,
Okay.
so it's fine. It's also made with fingering weight yarn, and this one has a size range of extra small to 5XL, and it's gorgeous. I really love it. I think it'll be a very, very nice layering piece in winter time. And I mean, I think if you really want to, you can use like a fingering weight merino linen blend and make short sleeves for a summer top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I also think this is a great idea to get rid of the scrappies.
Oh, baby.
Sorry.
You can't be picked up at the moment, darling. Anyway,
Yeah.
so that's our pattern suggestions for today. And did we do now everything we did? Slideshow, pattern suggestions, showed all the projects.
All the whips.
I think that is.
Even Fluffy's saying it's the end now.
Oh, shame. Just say quick hello to the people. No, she doesn't know how to say hello to the people. She just wants to say hello to you. Shame, baby. Anyway, just before we go, actually, how's life been for you?
For me? Busy.
We've just been talking about me being sick and nothing about you.
Because nothing exciting is happening. That's why. I'm super boring at this stage. Just working. And didn't have too much time for my projects like you saw. That's why I only showed the little bit on the pattern book because the other two got zero love. Sorry, Fluffy.
She'll survive. Come, baby.
No, I'm very
Don't kick
boring.
the camera. No, just stand. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you've got an exam coming up as
2
well.
weeks.
So
2 weeks.
that's good luck with that.
Thank you.
I'll think of you.
Anyway.
Yeah, I think
That's it.
I think that's it from us for
Yeah.
today. Might be a little bit shorter, but it happens.
Yeah.
And we'll obviously see you guys again in a month. Hopefully without the barking.
Yeah, both of our throats should be better by then.
Anyway, but thank you so much for coming and watching and sharing all of your project suggestions and things with us and all of the comments. We really do appreciate it, and we wouldn't have been doing this if it wasn't for you guys supporting us. So thank you so much. And we really enjoy what we do.
Yeah.
And we shall see you next month.
Bye.
Bye.